The city of Republic of Turkey, Karabük. The capital city of iron and steel. Until 1995, a district of Zonguldak, Karabük, with the center of the district and Eflani, Safranbolu, Yenice, Eskipazar, Ovacık gained the status of city. After Karabük became a city, the development in the industrialization and urbanization in the city started to improve, and the Ministry of Development declared that Karabük reached the number of 28 in SEGE Research of the Development Range of the Cities report. Karabük attracted the attention by this quick rise in the progress and rose to 17th place in the lower index for human investment and the quality for life. In ISO 500, among the first 500 industrial companies, Karabük Kardemir occupied the line of 34 by Mescier Iron and Steel, the 287th line, and 425th line by Çağ Çelik. The development of index of Karabük is always rising, and it shows an investment-focused rise, and it's only 87 kilometers far away from Zonguldak Airport. It is always possible to reach the center of the city to Ankara and Zonguldak by railroads. Serving from 1937 on and known as the Coal Route, a railroad of 415 kilometers is renewed in the scope of IPA, and it's being modernized due to the standard of EU. By this way, Karabük becomes closer to Istanbul and Ankara. The second biggest project of Turkey, due to Filyos project, Karabük is going to improve for better. Filyos port and the hinterland of industrial companies, it is one of the greatest investments of the country, and it'll contribute to the progress of the cities in the Black Sea region. By this project, it is aimed to constitute new business fields and a rise in the area of energy productiveness. Karorsan, Karabük Organized Industrial Zone. By full occupancy rate, the rising star of West Black region. The works on to enlarge on the capacity of Karorsan's area of 100 hectare fields still continue. The infrastructure for outer and interior transportation of Karorsan is only 95 kilometers away from Zonguldak Airport and only 7 kilometers away from the center of the city. Also, it is only 3.5 kilometers away from Karabük-Ankara Road. While taking giant steps for industrial area, there are also 5 small industrial areas for small and medium-sized enterprises, and 2 other new ones are now building. Those all show that Karabük is taking great steps for industrial developments. The opportunities for investments in Karabük. In the system of promotion, Karabük investors are in the 3rd line, and they could also get the advantage of exception of value-added tax, customs duty exemption, tax reduction, insurance premium for the employer, allocation of investment are, and supports for interest rates. Also, Bakka serves as consultants for the investors in the region, organizes and follows the promotion documents and stands side by side with the investors. Also, iron and steel industrial background, qualified labor force, being close to the large consumption centers, a dynamic and entrepreneur university, moderate climate and internationally famous tourism regions like Safranbolu or Hadrianopolis and some other centers, Karabük is one of the best places to make investments for the future. Kardemir. The first integrated iron and steel factory, Kardemir, was built in 1937. Kardemir provides basic needs of construction, mining, transportation and industrial sectorial goods and is mentioned as factory building factories. Kardemir enlarging its production range by new ray and profile rolling mills reaching a length of 72 meters and 550 millimeters with heavy profiles, it became the only production power for Turkey and the neighboring countries. Kardemir, the strategic associate of the state railroads, provides a lot for the economic sectors with this investment during the campaign for the railroads. It also contributes to the sportive advances and supports Karabük Spor in order to improve the assistance for sports. Regional and local economies constructor Karabük Kardemir, providing employment to a potential of 5,000 people by the help of the deep-rooted industrial background and expertise people potential, with the assistance of institutional administration experiences, grow rapidly and is regarded as one of the leader names in the region. From the needle to the elevator guide, the industry expands into a large scale of technical devices. Kardemir exports 66% of the steel, and that amount is produced together with almost 50 firms. Textile and fabrics. Karabük, a flamboyant center of textile. Karabük is mentioned for its success in the number of firms which are active in this field, and that number reaches almost 12 now. This business sector is composed of trademarks and façon firms that make production for well-known trademarks and are taking important steps in the way to help improve the city's and regional needs for textiles by its rich sources of infrastructural opportunities and expertised local people as employees. In Karabük, Ramsey attracts attention for his international fame in the world of fashion and fabrics. Textiles, fabrics and leather industry is a subunit of the sector and is taking attention internationally. First of all, with a percentage of 18, Morocco and following it Germany pays attention to Karabük textiles and fabrics sectors. Mining. A place of marble. One of the most valuable and scarcely encountering kind of marble, rustic green marble, is found only in Eflani. Anıtkabir, or the mausoleum, was built by the marbles of Eskipazar. Tourism. One of the most distinguishing places of the city is Safranbolu, which is a beautiful district known as Museum Town internationally. In 1994, UNESCO accepted the city to the list of Heritages of the World, and it gained the title of World City then. Especially the mansions, inns, khans, baths, mosques, bridges, Ottoman bazaars, water bridges dating from Ottoman times are visited by a lot of domestic and international tourists in every season of the year. Safranbolu is known for its delicate delights and candies, but is also famous for a spice called saffron. Saffron is grown in Safranbolu, and it's a profitable and useful plant that is used in cosmetics and the medical sector. The trials for turning Hadrianopolis, ancient city, to a place that contributes to the touristic life of Karabük still continues. In Eflani you can also come across chamber textile reflecting the traditional face of the city. In Yenice, World Wildlife Fund investigated 100 forest areas in Europe continent that must be properly protected due to their richness of biological life, and called them as the hot points of the European forests in 1999. Yenice Forests is one of the 9 hot points that are determined in Turkey. The monumental trees, which are not able to be found except in tropics and unique ecosystem, this beautiful natural area is very rich for its biological habitat. Ovacık is a famous place for Karayan stone cemeteries, and Karagöl, in which there are some separate areas for hunting. Karabük economy is also in a development, and there are some progress in the fields of chemistry and forest products besides textile, cement and marble industries. In chemical sector, synthetics, detergent, naphthalene, bleach and perchet productions. The industry of forest products in Yenice and Eskipazar is awaiting new investors. The forest products industry of this province, 68% of which is covered with forests, is open for further development. In the city, the production of machinery and casting industries, there are some medium-scale institutions too. Private connection elements and spare parts for automobile and peak metal castings, sewerage system covers, meshes are produced in these institutions. The literacy rate is 93% and the schooling rate is 81%. There are more than 17,000 pupils having education in the city, so that in order to educate expert personnel for the region, there are 12 faculties, 3 colleges, 3 technical colleges and 4 institutions. In one of the most important cities that takes attention in the cultural tourism of our country, Safranbolu and the tourism faculty is impressive. By these features increasing acceleration, Karabük continues on the way steadily to be a university city of our country. Karabük is at the top of the regional list in the increasing employment rates, and it is at the top of the employment of women in Turkey's scope. Industry, tourism and university city, Karabük. Improving the number in employment, developing competitive areas and a place where the investments are always updating, Karabük is waiting to be explored.